Hey folks, Matt, CBG813 channel. Got another little update here for you. I'm full of them lately. But I was just doing some preventative measures for, wildlife, deer, rabbits, squirrels, hopefully birds. But anyway, I figured since I was doing this, I'd show you what I am doing. And got a pretty good little update on our mystery tomato plant too, so we'll check that out in a second. But so as you can see, I've got pie pans and I'm hanging them like you've seen some people do. One little note for any of you that want to try that: you see where the rim of the pie pan is? That's a good place to tie it because it's kind of doubled over there and it's thicker. That way, over time with wind and rain and everything, it's less likely to tear through the string, tear through the pie pan. The other thing I've done, which is just something I've never seen but I've come up with, is I'm hanging Gatorade bottles. We happen to have a few packs of those, so I asked my wife if she could save one she drinks, and I'd do the same. You could do that with any bottle, really. Water bottle, milk jug, hell, probably even a baby bottle. But anyway, all I did was poke a hole through the top of the lid, tie a knot underneath, put the lid on, tied it on my string. And one little tip, too, to make that easier: you don't want to make the hole very big so that the knot doesn't have to be big to hold the cap. You also want to, if you can, take a lighter and burn the tips of the string that you cut. It helps because this stuff unravels fairly easily. This is construction like mason line. And the reason I added the Gatorade bottles too is just because of the visual effect. It kind of looks odd, and hopefully it can make animals wonder. I also, when I first put this stuff up, first thing I did was run that same string line on the bottom all the way around the garden. I'm hoping that an animal, if it tries to cross through there, like a rabbit for instance, or a squirrel, if they don't see that and they trip up on it, maybe it will freak them out a little bit and they'll run off. And when it comes to these strings, I'm also hoping, since they say that, this is what they claim now, that deer can't see blaze orange, and that's why hunters use orange hunting vests. They say they can't see that, and I'm hoping that is the same with this mason line that I'm using. It's what I had, and I figured I'd go ahead and use it, but I'm hoping that it'll do that too. Hopefully all they will actually see is stuff hanging in midair and moving, so I don't know. Let's go to the tomato plants. It's been about 6 days. That shabby looking tomato plant that I had that was pretty much dying has now grown a nice shoot of a sucker, what would have been a sucker, off the side, pointing straight up. So what I'm going to do is use that. I'm going to utilize that as my main stem, basically. And I just threw this thing, my first garden update video, you saw that I was going to put it in the ground. And hopefully, maybe one of you can guess when the tomatoes grow what tomato variety it is. But I just threw the thing in the ground. My soil was wet. I have a decent amount of clay in my soil. I didn't add any fertilizer. I intended to, but I kept forgetting about it. But it looks like I don't need to anyway. So, of course, we'll track that as we progress through the season. And again, this is Matt with the CBG813 channel. Thanks for watching.